All right. Hey, everyone. I wanted to share something regarding Ed Brown. I mailed him via United States Mail a copy of this article written on February the 13th, 2012. Pardoned by President Ron Paul, Last Hope for the Browns. It's written by Peter Reilly. I think he's a Forbes contributor. So this is the article. I think it's like 5 pages total. And I mailed the whole thing to Ed Brown and asked him for comment. There were 3 comments to this over here to the side. And let's see. Well, I can't. There we go. And I mailed him these comments. Inside these comments, somebody referenced something called quat loose. I don't see it right now, but I thought I saw it before. Anyway, oh, there it is right there. This right here, quat loose, which is this thing. Okay, and I'll make it bigger. I'll put all of these links. It says, here is the law that makes the average American liable for income tax. And so I mailed him this as well. And I asked Ed Brown his opinion about this. Now, he mailed me back this response, and I wanted to read it. And I'm not in the habit of censoring a man who spent 9 years in prison to try to save somebody's feelings. So this may hurt someone's feelings. I don't know, but you got to understand, when somebody's been in prison 9 years and when they're facing, 24 more years and they'll die in prison, I don't think it's a good idea to censor them. And so I just read what he wrote. I'm going to read you. This is exactly his words as he wrote them back to me. Dear Rudy, thank you for the article related pardon by Ron Paul. The article is in a seemingly sensible format. However, it is rife with error. The individual that wrote it comes from a place of Hegelian study and works, i.e., example, communist agenda. He is a spin doctor and not a very good one. I would like to do a live face-to-face with him on national one-day show. It would take that long to expose all the criminal weaving and creation of the law, such as the bogus 13th, 14th, and 16th Amendment. The author is a condescending liberal who supports the New World Order. A check on his affiliations would verify this quickly. He has the privilege of the bogus national news media, the entire status quo liberal government, and an endless support of staff to convince the population how wonderful and clever he is, and how, as he writes, stupid and insane anyone who objects to the unlawful foreign-controlled Internal Revenue Service, Federal Reserve, and BAR, British Accredited Registry, a communist news media. Everyone needs to understand that every time from the first trial that we try to present the truth before the court or government at any level, we are denied to speak. We have never been allowed to present any of our evidence or witnesses to this day. No one has ever sat down to a face-to-face with me or my wife that the public has ever seen or heard. This is why they put us into the CMU, Communications Management Unit, to keep us silent. It is very interesting that they stuck somebody like Ed and Elaine Brown in the CMU, which is supposed to be for domestic terrorists. Violent criminals of the worst, but they put them in CMU. Absolutely absurd. I must get to a very public and live hearing. The courts know that I know. That's why they are all recusing themselves from my current cases in the appellate and district courts. The Secret Service, FBI, Supreme Court, news media, governor, etc. all ignore my presentments. Total silence. I am a United States Constitution Ranger who always paid all taxes, as record shows. The money to cover the IRS taxes was in escrow. I offered to pay the tax in court on the record if the government could show me the law, and neither Mr. Reilly or the government has done so. Any law that violates any of the articles of the organic Constitution are to ignored from their inception and are null and void. Am jur, I don't know what am jur means. The crimes of the Crown BAR are documented from the Magna Carta, and the beginning of the United States. This crown is located within the city of London, called the city. Anyway, I have the answers but need to make my report to the correct Republic government official, so I wait. Thank you. I don't know how to get you the large amount of information that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that the income taxes are bogus without a presentation. You need the whole truth and nothing but the truth. How do we do it? Ed, the end, and then he puts YHVH, which I think stands for Yahweh. All right. Okay, well, there you go. That's his response to this article here. You guys see that right there? And then also I sent him that, but I don't know if he associated this with Peter Reilly. I don't think this is signed by anybody particularly. It just says quite loose. Anyway, I'll put all these links in the information bar, and I'll put his write-up, and you can decide for yourself.